You're with David Mijares, who is a junior welterweight prospect who fights in the 140-pound class, as I just mentioned. He's 3-0 with 2 knockouts. David, talk to us about your young pro career, my man.
Young pro career, I mean, it's been a really fast ride. I'm loving it. I'm always busy. You know, being under Golden Boy, it's wonderful because I'm always at work, always have something to look forward to, and it's great.
How do we get involved in boxing? How is it that we came to the level of becoming a professional boxer?
Well, I mean, it took a lot of time. Well, for me, it took about 10 years to really develop into boxing, and then finally you get to that top amateur level. Some of us make it and break it to get to the Olympics, of course, and others of us end up just missing that shot to the Olympics. And then when that happens, you really just got to keep searching around and just got to keep showing your talent around the gyms, and someone will eventually come by and swoop you up. Everyone's always looking, and for me, luckily, that opportunity came.
You're just a baby, man. You're 21 years of age in the sweet science. Did you miss the Olympic team?
I missed the Olympic team just by about 2 or 3 fights, unfortunately, and I really missed out on that. I really wanted to represent my country, but things go how they go, and I'm really proud of what the team was able to do this year. Amazing work from them. So,
talk to us about your amateur pedigree. How many amateur fights did we have, and national titles did you win?
So I only had 69 amateur fights, but it all came in within the last 3 years of being out of high school, because that's when I could really crank down and get busy with, kind of put the schoolwork aside, and I could crank down, get to work, focus on boxing more. So within that, I believe I won about 3 national titles, I think, and that was for the National PAL tournament. And other than that, small titles here and there, nothing too crazy. I was able to get on the California Golden Gloves team, represent California for a little bit, and that's it. That's my amateur pedigree.
And who are some of the fighters that you lived up to? Who are some of the fighters that you admired, that you wanted to one day accomplish the things that they've been able to accomplish in boxing?
Honestly, Sugar Ray Robinson. Robinson. Sorry.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah. Number 1, man.
Yeah, number
175, 19.
Yeah, 19. Exactly. I mean, and he fought wherever, at whatever weight. Whoever was there, he wanted to take the title. He wanted to be the man, and that's the number 1 guy that I look up to.
Yeah, I believe, let me correct myself, I believe he was 179 and 19 with 109 knockouts. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. We'll see if I'm right about that.
Still,
pound for pound, the best. I have to agree with you. And who are some of the fighters that you look up to nowadays who are in modern boxing?
Yeah, modern boxing, definitely look up to Manny Pacquiao, definitely look up to Mayweather, definitely look up to one of the upcoming stars. He's proved himself a lot, and especially with his last fight, the WBO champion Vasily Lomachenko, and of course Oscar De La Hoya. Man, I love his style.
He fought the best, man.
He fought the best.
He didn't die.
Yeah, exactly. So those are the fighters that bounce around in my head nonstop when I'm in here, just putting in the work.
Some of the fighters you mentioned fight in one of the most lucrative divisions in boxing, the welterweight division. You are a junior welterweight. To others, it's the super lightweight division. One day you will be in that welterweight division. How exciting is it to know that you'll be fighting in one of the best, richest history boxing divisions ever known?
It's very exciting. I can't wait till I finally settle in and grow into that weight class. Eventually, maybe even move up. I am short, but I'll still
5'9",
5'6" and a half.
Okay, you seem a little taller.
But aside from that, I'll fight anyone.
Clearly, Nobody wants to get hit in the face for a living. You've decided to make this decision to become a prize fighter. Why so?
There's just something that was just bubbling up inside of me that wanted to be part of the sport. I obviously have a love for the sport. My father has a love for the sport, and earlier on when I was doing research of the family, my great-grandfather actually had love of the sport as well. He came from the Philippines over here to be a sparring partner. So he had love, and I think it's just in the blood. Sometimes you just feel like fighting, you know.
So what's your heritage? You're half Filipino?
I'd say quarter Filipino, yeah.
And
black and white.
Oh, interesting. We got a little hybrid going on here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So walk us through your style. Are you a boxer puncher? Are you a puncher boxer? What are you?
I think I still have to be identified by the public as, I see myself as a boxer puncher, but the public has to make their choice of what I am. Sometimes I box and move, sometimes I sit there and come forward and apply pressure, so I believe it depends on the fight for me.
Now, are you going to be the type of fighter you think you're going to want to give the fight fans what they want, a knockout?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's what we train for, is a knockout. We don't want to hold anyone's plans up. We want to make sure they keep moving along, you know what I mean?
Right.
We don't want them to be there all night, booing, bored. We want them to give them a show.
Because what I've seen is a very aggressive approach in your fight game.
Yeah. I mean, of course, from the last fight, I was kind of distracted because it's my first hometown fight. Right. Everyone was there, so you get a little bit of adrenaline pumping, and you're like, oh, I got to do this.
Right, you got to give your fight fans, your family, your friends,
exactly.
Everything. You want to please them all.
Yeah, exactly. And the real plan, my plan went out the window. My father was happy with what I did, but I think we can slow it down a little bit, take our time a little bit more, because I don't want people to come out, be stuck in traffic for who knows how long they were in traffic.
Just like today.
Yeah, exactly. And show up and it's already over. And that's not fun. No one wants to show up and miss out. So
your father is your trainer.
Right.
Now, we've seen this father and son training his son to become world champion and so forth. Some of the times it doesn't really pan out. Some of the relationships tend to fall apart. What makes your relationship with your father as your trainer stronger than most?
I think that what really separates things is that we're able to, once we're done at the gym, we're done at the gym. When we go home, it's not about boxing at all. It's mainly about food. Love food, cooking, and
what's your favorite food, really quick?
I don't have a favorite. I'm too young to know.
Okay.
I need
got a lot.
Yeah. So, we try and separate those two things, because mainly that's the issue, is that the father, who's the trainer, is always bugging the son about, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, even when they're in the environment at home when they're supposed to be relaxing.
Right.
So I think we found the key to that. As long as we keep things separated, work over here, and then home is relaxing.
That's right. You don't feel over time it will be a little difficult to differentiate the role of the father and the role of the trainer? The role of the boxer, the role of the son?
Right. I've always looked at my father as, he's always been a teacher to me, so I've always been with him and I've always been around him, so I believe that things will keep, as long as we keep things just right, then it'll be all right. And as long as we're able to, I guess you could say, compromise maybe, or just, let things go, I think we'll be good to go. And
now, you're with Golden Boy Promotions. Promoter is Oscar De La Hoya, one of the best fighters of our generation. Now, the biggest fight that people are talking about within the boxing community is Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez. Do you feel that fight will ever materialize next year in 2017? Now, they're talking about September of the fall of next year. Do you feel that fight will take place? And if so, who's winning?
I believe that, I think that fight's going to happen. There's no way of ducking. There's no way of just you can't just ignore that fight. That fight, they're all like everyone's putting pressure on these guys, and I think it's going to be a competitive fight. I'm hoping so.
Right.
You know, Canelo's got the style. He's slick and he's sharp. However, Triple G loves putting that pressure on. Depending on the sparring and how these two teams work, it should be interesting. I really don't know who's going to win, but I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely.
Yeah, because Canelo Alvarez has been able to utilize a little more mobility, a little more head movement than Gennady Golovkin. Gennady's more of a pressure fighter, knows how to cut off the ring. Do you think Canelo can neutralize that power that Gennady possesses?
I believe so, especially with the body shots. He's going to have to go downstairs and test that body, because I've never seen Triple G test it to the body yet.
Very good point.
Yeah, so, but I mean, Triple G throws his body shots as well, and he's got stones in his hand, or sledgehammers.
Right, no doubt.
So we'll see we'll see how that works out. I mean, it's going to be a really good fight once it goes down.
Now, have you ever considered maybe down the road in the future, if you were to get a title shot at 135 pounds, would you consider dropping down to the lightweight division?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The farthest I've been down was 137, and that was in the amateurs last year. But I think as long as we stay focused and don't let the food and the vices get to me. Yeah, it's all about the food. As long as that doesn't get to me, I think we'll be able to make 135.
One of my last questions: what exactly are you looking to accomplish in your boxing career as a fighter?
Just giving a wonderful show to people. I would like to leave a legacy, but that's not what I'm focused on. I just want to make sure people are entertained, and then after, entertain them with food, because that's what I want to get into after.
We're gonna probably have to get into some culinary classes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Now, where can fight fans follow you on social media? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that.
They can follow me at Mijares at Facebook, at Twitter. David Mijares on Instagram, and David Charles Mijares on Facebook. And there's wonderful pictures of food I've been exploring, and there's cool pictures as well of me doing my work. So.
And why don't you let fight fans know why they should attend October 7th at the Velasco Theater, or tune in on ringtvlive.com for your fight.
If you guys want to see a really good fight, and the whole card is going to be awesome. So you guys need to check it out. October 7th, just don't miss out, because it's going to be a wonderful fight card.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thanks.